There's going to be a lot of spine and hips and hamstrings and all that. You know, every single muscle in your body today is going to be open at the end of this practice. If you have never done yoga before, please take it at your own pace. There is a child's pose, which is going to be one of the first poses that you can always return to and rest and then rejoin the practice. I'm not going to be throwing at you any crazy terminology. I'll try and explain all the poses as best I can. And at the end of the practice, I will unmute everybody. If you have any questions, please, please, please ask me, and I will be happy to take you through that. If you need any props, use couch pillows, use books to help you for your hands, and definitely use towel in case you need to reach the places that you cannot quite reach. So with that, I'm gonna turn down the music. And we're gonna come and sit down comfortably. There you go. Okay, I think I can see me, and I think you can see you. I have to apologize. I have 2 cats, and because I could not arrange to work out today from Mobius, because unfortunately the Comcast is still working there. We are back at my place, and my cats are probably going to join us in yoga in their own way. So it's hard to keep them controlled. Anyway, and with that, just go ahead and sit down, nice and comfortable. I'm going to turn around several times so that you see what I am looking for. I want you to keep your spine nice and erect. If it is hard to do that for one reason or another, you can use either a pillow, or here's that towel. You can fold it and place it under your tailbone. It really helps by taking your tailbone back and pressing your lower back slightly more forward, and thus it goes all the way up your spine. Go ahead and sit nice and comfortable. I want you to take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Close your eyes for the next 2 breaths. I want you to start feeling your body, observing your muscles and how this breath is flowing through you. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Very nice. With your next inhale, go ahead and open up. Palms are facing up. Your arms are going to be at your shoulder levels, and your shoulders are going to be back. You're going to take a deep inhale, pressing your fingertips away from each other. And with an exhale, rotate to your left. With an inhale, come back through the center. And with an exhale, rotate to the right. Just go as far as your spine allows you for now. Come back to the center, place your hands back on the floor, switch your legs. And again, inhale, open up with your arms by your sides. Palms are still facing up, inhale. And with an exhale, rotate to the left again. Inhale through the center. And rotate through to the right. Very nice. Come back with an inhale. Drop your hands to the floor behind you. Inhale, lift, and press your hips all the way up. And with an exhale, gently place your hips back in. Just a little bit of movement. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Drop it back down. Inhale, and left arm up toward the ceiling. Drop it back down. Reach your arms up. And with an exhale, lean forward. Place your hands on the floor for support. And then very gently right. Bring it back and left. And bring it back again. And again, right. And left. Bring it back. One last time, right. See if you can reach just a tiny bit more. And bring it back. And same thing with the left. Very nice. And with that, go ahead and slide your hands to the right side of your body. Reach your right hand as far to the right as it feels comfortable and drop your chest toward your right knee. Relax your head, drop it down. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Lean into the right forearm or your hand if your forearm does not touch the floor, and reach your left arm overhead. Rotate your body. Breathe into the left side of your body. Relax. Do not force anything at all. Just flow with it. One more breath. Gentle. Drop your left arm back on the floor. And then go ahead and slide your hands all the way to the left. Place your left hand as far to the left as you feel comfortable. Rotate your body so that your chest is now really aligned with your left knee. Once again, do not force anything, just breathe. One more breath. And now lean into the left side. Maybe your left forearm on the floor, maybe not quite. And go ahead and release your right arm, rotate your body, and reach it over your head. Relax your neck, shoulders, everything is just flowing. One more. Very nice. Go ahead and return your right hand back on the floor. Walk your hands to the center. Reach both of them as far as you can. Drop your head, and then from here, go ahead and drag them all the way up as you're returning your spine upright. Reach up, open things up. Palms are up again. One more time, we're going to rotate to the right and to the left. Ready? Inhale and rotate. This time, I want you to try and press your right arm as far behind you as you can. Come through the center and go to the left. Very nice. Bring your hands to in front of you and roll over your knees if you cannot, just figure out your way into your tabletop position. Very nice. So settle into your tabletop position. Your hands are right under your elbows are right under your shoulders. Same thing goes for your knees. Your knees are going to be right under your hips. Ladies, there's a tendency of bringing knees together. Please don't separate them. We need that for balance. Settle in, shift your hips gently side to side. The back is almost open. Now we're going to open up the hips. Go ahead and lift your left knee. Bring your left knee towards your left elbow. Bring it all the way back out and finish that rotation again. You're balancing now on your hands and the right knee, and that's okay. If you're leaning slightly to the right, don't worry about it. One last time. Good. Bring your left knee back down on the floor. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Reaching forward, out, and back. Now, you're going to start with your inhale, inhale, inhale. And then as you go through the half point, start your exhalation. One last time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Very nice. Release your left leg. straight behind you. Your first balance of the day. Release your right hand and go ahead and reach it away from your toes. Make sure that your right shoulder is still squared with your left shoulder. So I'm going to turn. So you are not, just because your right arm is in front of you, you don't automatically bring that shoulder towards your ear. Pull it back. Very nice. Now go ahead and bring your right hand behind you and then place it on your lower back. If this is too hard, you can always drop your right hand back on the floor. You're going to take a deep inhale, pointing your toes as far away from the top of your head as you can. And with an exhale, draw your knee towards your chest as you're rounding, 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 and exhaling. And again, open up. Remember, this is a balancing exercise, and you're going very, very slow. And exhale, come back in. One more time. Nice and long inhale. Pull your left shoulder back. Neck is long. And exhale as you're rounding and coming in. Slow. Respect your body. Left knee comes on the floor. Right hand comes back on the floor. Stretch your right leg behind you and lift. There you go. Release your left arm and first reach it all the way. And now once again, we're not bringing our shoulder toward our ear, we're pressing it back. And then from here, if available, bring that left hand and place it onto your lower back. Inhale, reach your toes away from your nose. And with an exhale, draw your knee under your chest as you're rounding your back. And let's do that again. Nice and long inhale. And long exhale. One last time. Nice and long inhale. And long exhale. Release your right knee on the floor. Release your left hand on the floor. For this next one, we're going to be opening up the hips, and we're definitely going to be torturing them just a tad, but in a good way, I promise. So, if you cannot keep your leg very straight, bend your knee. Once again, we're going to go on to the left leg. You're going to straighten it behind you. You're going to straighten your right arm in the opposite direction. Take a deep inhale, and with an exhale, you're going to bring them to 90 degrees from each other. This is, if it feels too much, you can definitely bend your knee. And inhaling, they are parallel to the rest of the body. And exhaling, you're bringing them to 90 degrees. One last time. Nice and deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back. Lengthen one more time. And drop your right hand down on the floor. Right leg back. Left arm. There's your balance. Inhale and go with your variation. How far? If you see yourselves in the mirror, this is an ultimate because you really want to make sure that you are doing it absolutely correctly. This is hard. Lots of balancing changing here. Once again, breathe. And please respect your body. 3. Back to the center. Left hand, right knee. Perfect time to sit back into your child's pose. If you have never done this before, your toes are going to be closer than your knees. You're actually going to separate your knees slightly wider than your hips. You're going to drop your hips onto your heels, as long as your knees are okay with that. You're going to spread your arms in front of you. You're going to drop your forehead on the floor, and you're going to relax here for the next 15 seconds. Slow down your breathing. Perfect. Go ahead and lift your chin with your next inhale. Start to move up. Roll your shoulders right away, so don't let them come up, please. And you're going to come through that tabletop position. Bring your knees slightly together. Roll your shoulders back and drop your hips down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Go all the way back. Notice that I keep my back really, really arched here. Inhale, lift up. Roll your shoulders back. And exhale, drop your hips down. One more time. Go all the way back. And forward. Very good. All right, from here, go ahead and shift your hips gently side to side, pulling your chest forward and your shoulders back. Good, opening up your hip flexors. If you find that this is a little too much on your lower back, don't go as deep with your hips. Tuck your toes, take an inhale, and with an exhale, keeping your back as arched as you possibly can, start to shift your hips up, 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 up. And we are in this triangle pose called downward facing dog. Couple of things to remember here, that since this is the first that we are engaging our legs, I want you to start to pedal in place. I want you to bend one of your knees as the opposite heel is trying to reach the floor. If you are fairly advanced and have done this quite a few times, you can just lift both of your heels, drop them down a couple of times, shift your hips side to side. At any point in time you become uncomfortable here for the reason of your shoulders or hips, just drop down into child's pose and give yourselves a break. So from here, you're going to come on your tippy toes. You're going to bend your knees, pull your shoulders back, drop your knees almost all the way to the floor. Lift your chest, open up. So it is almost like you're down tabletop position, except that your knees are 1 inch above the floor. Inhale again, and exhale, lift and drop your heels down. We're going to do that 3 times, much faster. Inhale up on your tippy toes. Exhale, drop your knees to almost the floor, draw your shoulders back. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, draw your knees down, shoulders back. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale. Knees down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Great. And from here, you're going to very gently walk your hands all the way towards your feet. Your feet are still hip width apart. Drop your head, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. I want you to be really comfortable here. Your shoulders have worked, so have your legs. Give them a little break. Now from here, grab your elbows with the opposite hand. Drop your head a little bit deeper into this and actually sway side to side. 2 and 3. Very nice. From here, pull your shoulders back, release your hands, place them toward each other and then towards your chest. Roll your shoulders back and keep your back really, really straight. Come up halfway. You should immediately feel that your hamstrings are engaged. Inhale, and with an exhale, come up all the way up. Mountain pose. Release your arms to sides, facing up. Your hips and your feet are still aligned. Bring your arms to your sides. First, rotate your palms up. We're going to go for the rotation again. Inhale. Exhale all the way to the left. Go as far as you possibly can. Inhale, come through the center. And with an exhale, start to go in the opposite direction. Go, 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 go. Your spine is much more open. You should be able to go a little bit deeper here. Wonderful. Reach all the way up. Drop your shoulders. Swan dive. Palms are facing down. Your back is really arched. Your legs are very straight. You're going to come all the way down. If you cannot touch the floor, use one of those props that we have discussed before. You're going to go ahead and bend your left knee. You're going to reach your right arm toward the ceiling. You're going to drop your right hand into your left crease or wherever your right hand can reach. If available, look over your right shoulder at the ceiling. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, reach your right arm. Bring it all the way back down under your shoulder. Drop your, bend your right knee. Reach your left arm up. Good. And from here, see if you can bring your left hand into your right hip crease or somewhere nearby. Look over your left shoulder. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Reach your left arm up first, then bring it all the way down. Ground your feet here. Place your hands on your hips. You are hinging at your hips. Pull your shoulders back. Your body now is not in forward fold. It is halfway through. If your back is uncomfortable, keep your hands exactly where they are. If you feel strong enough, reach your arms overhead toward the screen. Inhale, and with an exhale, lift, 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 lift. Very nice. You are at the back side of your mat. Swan dive. Soften your knees. Walk your hands toward the front of the mat. You are in a plank position. Keep your toes tucked in. Drop your hips down. We are in upward facing dog. So your knees are straight. Your back is very arched. If it's too hard, drop your knees on the floor. Otherwise, gently sway your hips side to side. Wonderful. Inhale. We're going to go into downward facing dog, and we're going to start working with our legs now. Reach your right leg up if available. If you cannot, don't worry about it. Just go as high as you feel comfortable. This is your 3-legged downward facing dog. So this is a balance enough. Bend your right knee and do your very best to place your right foot between your hands. Between your hands part is important. If you start finding that this is too much of a reach for your hand, this is a perfect time to use your tools. One thing I don't want you to do is drop your chest on your thigh. Stay really strong. Your back now is really warmed up. So are your shoulders. You should be able to afford this. Wonderful. You're going to go ahead and press into your right foot. If you need to use your hands, please do. Otherwise, just bring them to your heart center. Chest is open. Drop your hips as far as you can. If it's too hard, drop on your left knee. Release your hands. And drag that right leg all the way back. Let's try and do that on the other side. Left leg rises. Look in front of you. Find the space between your chest and the mat and bring your left foot forward. Good. Settle in here. Find your balance. I'll show you a little trick here. If your feet are in the same line, the balance is harder. If you are feeling a little unsteady, all you need to do is find the distance, diagonal distance between your feet. That'll give you a little bit more ground. Wherever you are, find your lunge. Breathe. Give yourselves a little smile. Wonderful. Place your hands on the floor. Draw that left leg all the way back into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Place them together. Drop your hips down. Reach your hands once again to your chest. Fold your hands. Drop your hips as low as you possibly can. And come all the way up into mountain pose. Now you are at the front of your mat. Catch your breath if you've lost it. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Arms are all the way up. Exhale, swan dive. By now, we all know what it is. Soften your knees. Left leg goes back. We are back in that lunge. If you were dropping onto your left knee, see if you can do this one without dropping into your left knee. But it's okay if you still need to. Listen to your own body. And find that balance, find that diagonal distance between your feet. Reach all the way up into your lunge. And from here, see if you can bring your arms all the way up. Lean as far back as your back allows. It should be pretty open by now. Good. Inhale. And with an exhale, bring your arms to a T. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, T. 2 more times. Wonderful. Bring your hands forward. Left foot comes forward. And right one comes back. Yay. Find your balance. Find the position between the feet. And lift up. Settle in here. Take your time. Roll your shoulders back. Make sure that everything is working. You really want to make sure that your shoulders and your hips are really, really square. This really helps with the overall balance. Find it. Good. Reach your arms up. Palms together. Lean back. Strong. Really, really strong here. Good. Draw your arms to your sides. Ready? And inhale up. Exhale down. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Inhale up. Down. One more time. Up. Down. Hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Hands forward. The right foot forward. Stay down. Stay in this position where your knees are really, really bent. If this is as far as you can go, as far as your chair goes, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, lift into your chair. And from here, lift all the way up. Good. Take a little break here. Maybe close your eyes for just a minute. Nice. Everything is warm now, and we are going to start going through flows. Reach up again. Forward fold. There's your swan dive. Soften your knees. Bring your left leg back. Bring your right leg back. We're going to go through chaturanga. You don't have to. You can also do that on your knees. The point here is that you're going to arch your back and you're going to draw your chest forward and you're going to draw your elbows toward each other as you drop your chest as low as you feel comfortable and confident. Then you're going to thread yourself forward and up, down dog. Good. Right leg rises. Bring your right knee toward your chest, and you're going to touch your nose, and your nose is going to touch your knee. Draw it all the way back. Open up, and again. Knee to your nose, nose to your knee. One more time. Continue on with your right foot. Place it between your hands. Take your time. Rotate your left heel so that it is on the floor now. So it's no longer up like this. It is on the floor and your left foot is diagonal. Too hard, drop on your left knee, no big deal. Reach your arms behind you first. Open up. Keep your arms there, shoulder high, but really far away from your chest. One more breath. Next inhale, bring your arms up. Now your shoulders are really square and so are your hips. Beautiful. One more breath. This is your warrior one. Reach your heart to your heart center first and go ahead and bow forward. So you're really reaching your chest forward more than anything else. From here, reach your arms again above your head. Lift your chin. Separate your fingers if you can. There's your horse. Reach your arms behind you. Clasp your hands, straighten your right leg. Open up and bow forward. Very nice. Lift up, release your arms, bring your right knee forward. Good. Release your left heel. Place your hands on the floor. Draw your right leg back. And we're going to go through Chaturanga. Emit if you want to, no big deal. Come back into down dog. Left leg rises. Bring your left foot forward. Settle into with this right knee. Open things up forward. That's just because your right heel goes back doesn't mean that your right hip should. Please remember and remind your body that your hips and your shoulders are still forward. Good. Start to lift up. Draw your arms behind you. Good. And stop right where you are at the shoulder height. This opens up both our shoulders, pressing them forward, and also makes our hips to look forward. Find the angle in that left knee that helps you keep this right leg strong and not overextended. Good, and from here, reach your arms up. Warrior one. 2 more breaths. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lean forward. So now there's a beautiful long line between the top of your head and your right heel. And maybe you can see yourselves in the mirror. And from here, reach your arms. Now they are parallel to your ears. There's a lot of work in your spine here, a lot of work in your core here. Separate your fingertips, lift your chin. We are in the horse. Your shoulders are still back, your chest is still open. Very nice. Release your arms, bring them behind you. Open up. Inhale, and with an exhale, straighten this left leg. Lots of balancing here. Be careful. And lean forward. Last breath. Nice. Start to lift, 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 lift. Start to bend that left knee. Release your arms, and we are back in Warrior One. And you've done beautifully. Release your hands back to the floor. Left leg is behind you. Chaturanga or no chaturanga. I'm going to meet you in downward facing dog. Reset, readjust. If you need to go into child's pose for a minute, please do. I'm not going to do anything super crazy today. Just try and open you up as much as I possibly can. Shifting your hips side to side. Wonderful. All right, left leg rises. Bring your left foot forward. Good. If you are using props here, move them forward. It is going to be diagonal from your left foot. Your hands are going to be on the props. If you're not using the props, your hands are on the floor. You're going to soften both knees, press into your left leg, and find your one-legged forward fold. Okay, this could be a little too much. If you don't want to do that, bring your right foot on the floor and just go for a forward fold. I don't care how high your right leg is. If you can, bring your left hand in towards your left calf and grab it and go ahead and drop your head here. That part is important. This is your balancing. One more breath. Soften both legs. Bring your left hand back on the floor. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Step your right leg back. Open up. Inhale. Lunge. Bring your arms to a T. We're going to add rotation here. Inhale, and with an exhale, rotate to your left. Feel free to place your right knee on the floor. Inhale, open up to the center. Exhale, rotate to the left. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to the center. Place your hands back on the floor. Left leg goes back. Inhale, chaturanga with an exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. We're going to go into a nice, big, stretchy side right after this. So hang in there. Right leg forward. Open up. Feeling strong. Good. From here, place your hands diagonally above your right foot. Soften your left leg and open up into forward fold. Your own variation is just fine. If you can, grab your right calf with your right hand and draw both your chest to your knee and your head toward the floor. One more breath. Soften both knees, release that right hand if you were engaging it, and bring that left leg all the way back. Open up, arms at a T. Inhale, and with an exhale, go ahead and rotate to the right. Inhale forward, rotate to the right. Drop on your left knee if you need to. One more time. Come back to the center. Bring your hands to the floor. Bring your left foot forward. Drop your hips low, low, low. Lift up into chair. And from here, we're going to go into a lying down position. If you are advanced, please follow me. Otherwise, just go ahead and sit down. Arms out. Inhale. Place your spine on the floor, your knees are bent. Relax through the spine here. Great. Release your right leg down on the floor. Hug your left knee. Pull your shoulders back. Soften through your belly here. Really relax through your lower back. Draw your left knee to the right side of your body as you are stretching your left arm to the left. Go slowly. We're here for 30 seconds. This time, I want your spine as relaxed as possible. If you can, look over your left shoulder. Please remember that this stretch is about separation between your left knee and your left shoulder. That's what's going to achieve the ultimate stretch. And please breathe into your belly, relax. One more breath. Very nice. Go ahead and bring that knee back towards your chest. Place it in your left arm crease and pull it to the left side of your body as you're bringing your right arm to the right. Nice, happy stretch in your pelvis. Bring it back towards your chest and switch. Hug that knee, pull it in. Once again, breathe into your tummy. Relax it. It'll help us get into the stretch that much deeper. Bring your right knee to the left side of your body, nice and gentle. Right arm is to the right. Slow. We're here for 30 seconds. Give your body a chance to actually relax into it. You obviously can do the stretch, but I want you relaxed. Extend your exhales. Bring your knee back towards your chest. And once again, hug it with your right arm, mostly into your right arm crease, and press it all the way to the right. Left arm is extended to the left. Bring it back in. Hug both of your knees and go ahead and rock yourselves into a seated position first. But then I need you to go ahead and place your toes on the floor and separate your knees as much as you possibly can. We're going to go into a frog. Keep your hands available, arms are straight. And you're going to very gently open up your hips and open up your pelvis. Breathe. You're going to go as far as your body allows you to go. This is a very deep stretch for inner thighs. Drop on your forearm if you can. Go with your own body. Make sure that your lower back is comfortable here. Chest is open. There's a good chance that your feet are going to come off the floor as you bring your hips lower yet. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you're feeling the stretch. Press your hips back up and draw your hips back toward your heels. Inhale, open up and forward as far as you can. And again, hips back and forward. One more time. Back and forward. Hands are back on the floor. Walk your way back into the standing position. Reach your arms all the way out. Now that we're really opened in our inner thighs, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, and with an exhale, drop into your left leg. Stay for 3 breaths. If it's too hard, bring your hands on the floor. No big deal. Really no big deal. And from here, come all the way to the right. Work with your own body. Lift your chest if you can. If you need to use your right forearm with your right thigh, so be it. We're almost done here. We're coming to the very end. Coming back to the left. Left hand is going to be on the floor. Right arm is all the way up toward the ceiling. Open, and now draw your right arm over your head. If you can, look up at the ceiling. Don't torture your neck. Inhale. Come through the center. Same thing on the other side. Right hand on the floor or on the prop. First left arm reaches toward the ceiling. You're finding the length. And then you're drawing all the way up. Look up. Come back through the center. Bring your left hand now on the outside of your left foot. Draw your right arm toward the ceiling, and again, after that, over your head. Inhale up through the center. Right hand on the outside of your right foot. Left toward the ceiling, and then draw it above your head. How deep can you get here? Right hand supports you, just breathe. We're going to connect it now with what we had done before. Inhale, come through the center. Reach your left hand back on the back of your left foot. Reach, rotate, pivot your feet, come all the way up. Beautiful. Come back down, rotate your arm up, pivot your feet, inhale. Exhale, right. Good, rotate. Reach into crescent lunge. Very nice. Bring it back down. Come all the way back. We are back in the center. Good. Feet are going to be now parallel to each other. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold, just a stretch. Drop your hands down to the floor. If you can, grab your big toes. If you cannot, reach behind your calves. Inhale, and with an exhale, one last big stretch for your hamstrings and inner thighs as you draw your chest to an invisible line between your knees. Drop your head, pull your shoulders back, long neck. Place your hands back on the floor, drop your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. And from here, slowly start to raise your spine. Take your time. Feel a full openness in it. Wonderful. From here, we're going to go back on the floor. We have two options. If you wanted to stretch your hips and you're familiar with it, feel free to go into pigeon. Otherwise, I want you on the floor on your back. I want you to go ahead and hug your knees as hard as you possibly can. Take a nice deep inhale. Press everything together, and with an exhale, drop everything down and stay as relaxed as you possibly can be. And just listen to my voice. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to really relax your belly. Just let it go. And then I want you to feel